Hello guys, welcome back. I want to do a little serious topic today. I know I still have the fox, but that's just to help us all chill out and, calm down a little bit. I know somebody left Facebook recently, and this is not like calling the person out or saying you have to get back on Facebook recent or something, but I think a lot of people think that relationship with Loki has to be X, Y, and Z, and that you're going to reach a stage where it's always going to be perfect, or it seems like everyone else has it perfect, because what a lot of us do unknowingly is we just post good stuff, or we post stuff that makes it sound like it's always wonderful and it's always sunshine and blah blah blah. And honey child, you're going to need tranquilizers. The more you deal with him, the stronger they're going to have to be. I love him. I'm married to him, obviously. I wouldn't be if I didn't love him. But he's a very extremely hard god to deal with. It's like we're mirror images of each other, and we share all the worst traits. So sometimes it's like Lasanta getting in the middle and saying, "Okay, you have to go to that corner, and you have to go to that corner, and you just have to stop fighting for 5 minutes." And that's not something to be thrilled about. There are like days that like we're not sure we're going to last 5 more minutes, and it's like that's just a thing. When you put two people together, or you put a person and a god together, both extremely strong-willed and extremely passionate and stubborn about stuff, you're going to see sparks fly. And if that's what you're seeing, or you're seeing nothing at all, or you're seeing like whatever troubles you're having, that's normal in any kind of relationship, whether it's human or human animal or human divine, whatever. You're sometimes going to have a contest of wills. We can have our dust ups very fairly often because, you look at my hair, I'm like typical redhead too. It doesn't always show, but there's a fair bit of red in it. And we can go after each other. And it's just, we're both like the same thing. We're both stubborn. We're both extremely jealous. We're both like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And like, I'll be like, look at me, pay attention to me. And then I'll be like 5 minutes later, be playing a game and be like, hey, baby. And he'll be like, what? And then we'll be going after each other again. And it's just, it's like one of those things. When you live with a god, or you work with God, like especially Loki, the more personal your relationship gets, you've got to remember you're working in two worlds. You're working in like his world and the relationship you have with him, and you're working in the world we all have to live in. That's actually why people wonder why nuns have to go off and live on their own and live in a cloister, live in a convent. That's actually why they do it, because they can concentrate on their God 24/7 and serve him in a area where they don't have distractions and temptations, or they're at least kept to a minimum. And we, on the other hand, being pagans, we live in this modern world filled with yummy temptations, and we being human, being pagan, and being of sound mind and body, we gonna be like, hey there. And that's normal, and he's actually usually cool with that, but there are gonna be, every so often, you're gonna see like his jealousy come up, and it's gonna be over some of the stuff you gonna think is stupid, and you're gonna be like, really, you're 3. And then one of the things that drives all the women nuts with him is like he'll be like, he's infamous for the number of they call them Lokean nuns. You know how many female and other assorted human consorts he has, and but then he'll be like very jealous. But that be how gods be. That's how they are, because you've got to remember that part that you get is the part that's committed to you for the relationship. That's not like the part that's like with you, waiting for you to fall asleep and sneaking off to see the neighbor lady or something. Gods don't do that. I know American Gods is coming, is probably going to tarnish the gods even more, but they don't do that. You get the part you get, and that part is with you for better or for worse, especially if you marry. you're together, and no matter how much you fight or how well you get along or how well you don't get along, you're together for life. That's why you think long and hard before you jump into a marriage. You don't jump into a marriage like 5 minutes within meeting each other, because if you do, then you may, marry in haste, repent in leisure. You be stuck together, because there isn't going to be a divorce. You could live very far apart, but there isn't going to be a divorce. And it's just, it's a thing. None of the relationships are going to be perfect. They might appear perfect on Facebook. They might appear perfect on videos. I've talked to people before when I've seen them leave, and that's not like saying I'm like this great person that reaches out, but I've told them, like, I don't want anyone ever to watch my videos or watch my posts and think, oh, she has this like great wonderful life and she gets along with him so well. No, we fight all the time. He threatens to leave, and I'm like, fine, there's the door, don't let it hit you. And we go after each other. We have times where we get along extremely well, and we love each other so much, and then we have times where we want to kill each other, and the other gods are like, okay, you shut up, and you shut up, because we don't want to hear it. You're making the rest of us sick. Just shut up and stop fighting so much. So, it's you have to work out whatever issues you're having with them. He and I both have trust issues with each other. We'll work through them, and then we'll be fine, and we'll be like, okay, and we'll like have a couple weeks or a couple months, and we'll be like fine. And then all of a sudden something will happen, like something stupid, and then he'll be after me and I'll be after him. We'll be fighting like cats and dogs, and the rest of them be like, oh god, here we go again. So, life is never perfect for anybody with anyone. All relationships have problems, but, especially with Loki, if you're going to be with him, if anyone who said they've been with him and they've never had a problem, from my experience, if they actually never had a problem, God's bless them, but either they haven't been with him very long, they're on heavy tranquilizers, or they're lying. But, he will give you his share of problems. He is willful. I've told him he is like mature 2 or 3 some days, and he's not even mature. He's willful. But, I don't want you guys going and thinking that all these other people have like so much better relationship with the God of your choice than you do. Everybody has problems with their God. It's just most of us don't broadcast it because people are always afraid, oh, we don't want these new people to see that this God can have problems and have issues with his followers. But, maybe we should, because that way people will know that, well, if we're fighting and we're yelling at each other, it's going to be okay, and it will be okay. I mean, we fight all the time. I used to fight all the time when Baron was like the one getting like all the attention. We fought all the time. There are just certain ones that you put me with, as much as we love each other. It's like putting nitro and glycerin together, and we'll usually get along. I usually get along extremely well with Loki, but when we fight, we really go at it. So, you may find that you have a volatile relationship with some of your gods, but you may also find those are the gods that are like your best teachers when you are fighting each other and you aren't telling each other. I think I told him this morning, die in a fire, and he just looked at me. He's a hearth god and a fire god if for you non-Lokeans. He just kind of looked at me like, well, now, really, what did I even do? He hadn't even done anything. I just took it into my head to be mad at him about something. See, it wasn't even his fault this time. Okay, guys, but I hope that helps. And, just know that nobody has a perfect relationship with him. But, it doesn't mean that it isn't worth having a relationship. It just means everybody's going to have their ups and downs with him, and that's normal. So, blessed be, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.